Alive and alert on the north side of the dirt. It is your man D-Real coming at you with another Be Real with D-Real, where edutainment explains it. We are going to be doing another Mount Rushmore. Remember, I promised you one, and y'all asked for it. A bunch of y'all asked for it. First, I had no idea I was going to get that kind of response about a Mount Rushmore of black male superheroes. And then someone asked in the comments, what about black female superheroes? Is there a Mount Rushmore of black female superheroes? Yeah, and the competition was even tighter than male superheroes. I'm going to lay it on you here in a second. But before we get into it, let's do what we need to do so we can do what we want to do. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the Be Real with D-Real page so that when new material comes out, you get it. If you digging what a brother shoveling, put some dirt in my bucket. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Why? Because edutainment is what I do, and we about to get edutaining. Okay, y'all saw this one right here. Okay, I saw that on another social media page and thought to myself, Mount Rushmore? Okay, think about it. Just real quick. Mount Rushmore. George Washington, easily recognizable. Thomas Jefferson, easily recognizable. Teddy Roosevelt, not as recognizable of the three, but we needed somebody a little modern that fit the time. I probably hoisted myself on my own petard with that statement. And then Abraham Lincoln. We know who that is, period. So when we're talking about a Mount Rushmore, they got to be recognizable right away. Now, of the four I've chosen, I think there might be one that's not recognizable. Now, here's the thing. I want to go through the honorable mentions because there are honorable mentions when it comes to females, because I notice if there's not, people going to say something about it. Well, what about such and such? And what about such and such? And how about such and such? Now, here's my criteria. Longevity, impact, and impact across more than one form of media. That makes sense? So that can mean you don't necessarily need your own comic book to be on the Mount Rushmore, but it helps. You know what I'm saying? Because T'Challa is on the male Mount Rushmore, and his comic book over the years was broken up. You know, you get 10 here, 12 here, 4 is your miniseries here, but people still know who T'Challa is. All right, so with that, let's get to these honorable mentions. My first honorable mention is Okoye. Now, while Okoye is extremely popular, Okoye's only been around since the 2010s. And even though she's only been around since the 2010s, she has made an impact. But there is another Wakandan lady whose impact might just be a wee bit more popular this year. Okoye. Yep, I already said it. Shuri. Okay. Shuri has been depicted cinematically. Shuri has been depicted in animated form. Shuri has been depicted in books. Shuri has been depicted in movies. And of course, in comics. Is Shuri popular? Heck yeah. Shuri's popular as hell. Longevity. I know I'm a catch it for Shuri not being on this Mount Rushmore, but to me that there are characters who have been around longer and deserve acknowledgement. Okay. Bumblebee, the first costume black female superhero at DC. I feel like she doesn't get her just due because a lot of people regard her as a knockoff of Janet Van Dyne, aka the Wasp. And to be honest, she is. But her, along with Mal Duncan, seem to be enjoying a regenerated sort of popularity nowadays. Again, depicted in more than one form of media, but for some strange reason, Bumblebee ain't catch on. DC superhero girls, Bumblebee. Hang on a second. I'm going to hit y'all with one, and you're going to love it. DC superhero girls, Bumblebee. Okay? Represent that. That's what I say. I love them. I love them. I love them. I love them. But again, the popularity wasn't lasting, wasn't sustaining. Okay. Now I know y'all really gonna get at my head about this one. Okay. While wildly popular, while possessing the longevity that is needed, and she's been around since what, 72, 73? Yeah. What cartoon we seen Nubia in? What movie have we seen Nubia in? There have been plans for Nubia to be in stuff. And I noticed there are always plans for characters of African descent or African American descent to be depicted. But for some strange reason, they get put on the back burner or don't nobody want to fool with them. So let's be done and cut the crap and get to the Mount Rushmore. If you watch my live last night with Theo B, then I gave y'all a sneak preview of my Mount Rushmore of Black female superheroes. And there it is. And for those of you that don't know who these characters are, I run them by you one by one. First of all, Monica Rambeau, aka Photon, aka Spectrum, aka Pulsar, aka Captain Marvel. Monica made her debut in that book right there. Amazing Spider-Man Annual, number 16, 1982 cover date. She has been wildly popular recently. She's had the longevity. She has not been depicted in animated form, but she is the one I'm pulling for being wildly popular. Right now, Monica Rambeau is enjoying a great deal of popularity, and I feel like that popularity has made her, or not made her, but kind of driven her character to the forefront to where people want to know more about who is she, what's she. She has energy-based powers. She has body transformation where she can transform her body into any form of energy on the electromagnetic spectrum. This gives her the ability to travel at light speed. This gives her the ability to generate different forms of energy that are lethal to humans, that are lethal to different characters. She's a very powerful character. And I think just alone, the power set, come on. If we really get into a bloodlusted knockdown, drag out battle, do you really want to be in a fight with somebody who could turn into any form of electricity? Or I'm not sorry, not electricity, but energy. Okay, boom. Number 2. Yeah, Mari McCabe, Vixen. Mari McCabe, aka Vixen, made her debut. Action Comics, number 521, 1981. That costume, bro. Yeah. I told somebody yesterday on the live, we need that as an action figure. Why? Because we need that as an action figure. That would be a very cool looking action figure. I know Catwoman, Animal Woman, but just for posterity's sake, capture that costume, that look as an action figure, please. Vixen has been a member of the Justice League. Vixen has been depicted in animated form. Vixen has been depicted in live action form on television. And Vixen has been around since the 80s. She definitely deserves to be on this list while we scratching and clawing trying to find Black female superheroes that need some kind of representation. Mari needs more, not less. And it just seems like a lot of people don't know what to do with her. Where are we going to put her? How are we going to depict her? How are we going to play her? Man, just put her out there because she deserves to be. As she deserves to be. A lot of people ain't understanding that. Misty Knight has been around since 1973. Misty Knight made her debut in this comic book right here, fighting. You know what I'm saying? Coming out the air, kicking, swinging. You know what I'm saying? Marvel premiere number 21, all the way back in 1973. She dated Iron Fist for a long time. And I think that's what kept her popular. She's one half of the Daughters of the Dragon. That also kept her popular. She showed up whenever there was something going on with African-American heroes. She was part of Heroes for Hire. She's currently dating Sam Wilson in the comics. Captain America Falcon. She's been depicted on television by Simone Missick wonderfully in the Luke Cage series and again in the horrible Iron Fist series. If anybody deserves a spot on here, it is Mercedes Misty Knight. Bionic arm, detective skills. She's been listed in like the top 10, top 20 detectives in all of comics. So if you don't know about Misty Knight, maybe it's not that she isn't popular. Maybe it's you don't read enough comic books. But she should be popular enough to recognize. She is. You ain't got to go far to search for her. Question is, have you been searching for her? Last person on this list don't need no introduction, right? Yeah. Saw her in that comic. That was the first time ever. Now, we know who Aurora is. We know what Aurora is. Yes. Okay. Aurora is the Black female superhero, period, point blank. You didn't need me to tell you that, though. We already know she is an Omega level mutant with weather manipulation. We already know she has been married to T'Challa, the Black Panther. We already know she has been a staunch member and at one point leader of the X-Men, leader of the Council, leader of a gang of stuff. She's been a member of the Fantastic Four. She's been a member of the X-Men. She's been a member of the Avengers. She is considered, for all intents and purposes, a goddess. And that is how she is regarded. Thor even said we need a god of thunder on the Avengers in the most recent issue of Avengers when he left. He is entrusting it to Aurora. Is she going to be able to exert the kind of power that they need to make the Avengers, viable squad? But yeah, that's my Mount Rushmore of Black female superheroes. Again, my Mount Rushmore of Black female superheroes. Yours may differ by one. Yours may differ by two. You may have three different ones on there with Storm. It's okay. I'm just telling you, for me, based on longevity, based on impact, that kind of thing, I feel like these are the four that need to be on a Mount Rushmore of female Black superheroes. I am sure y'all are going to share with me your thoughts about what should or shouldn't be on this Mount Rushmore. Let the games begin. That's it for now, y'all. But for right now, I'll be coming at you with another one of them other ones. And until I do, y'all be good. Be good to each other.